Welcome back everyone. So today I'm going to be installing some sound deadening to the engine cover in the smart car. Everyone that's got a smart car knows that the boot suffers with heat soaking that from the engine. It does get quite hot in that boot. So whilst I was upgrading all the sound system in the car, getting rid of a little small Kenwood under seat sub and putting a much bigger 10-inch Vibe sub in there, I thought I'd get in there and sort that out at the same time. So I'm going to be using a product called Antivibe. It is by Vibe Audio. It's basically a bitumen based product with a foil upper, and basically you sort of lay it on and then you roll it into where you need it. What that's going to do is it reduces heat, and also it does reduce sound and vibrations as well. And at the moment it's about 16 quid for the roll. Which is all you need to do the engine base. So 16 base is cheap as chips. So it's good. I'm going to quickly show you how I did it as we go along, and yeah, we'll go from there. So here's the kit. So like I said, 16 quid on Amazon at the moment. Comes on a roll 45 by 80, which would be more than enough to do the topper bit of the engine bay. Like it says on here, you know, it's designed to, you know, give you better sound, lower road noise, and reduces panel rattle and heat. This is designed for sort of everywhere from your sort of floor to your roof line into your door panels. But obviously with the heat part as well, I thought it'd be brilliant for the engine cover. With it as well, I bought this little roller, little dimpled roller, which is used for pushing sound deadening in spaces, so it gets nice and flat and so on. You might not need that. You could possibly use sort of microfiber cloth in your hands, but you know, I've got that anyway. What we're going to do is give it a bit of a wash. Using this, I've got Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, degreaser. Give it a wash over, and then to get rid of the grease, good old isopropyl alcohol. That'll get rid of all the grease and oils on the top, nice, make it nice, and so the glue will stick to it better. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut the film so that it sits on this raised bit that goes round on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of paper on there, little template. It's probably a bit overkill, but that's where I want to do it, and then I'll cut the film to that shape, and then I'll show you what I'll do afterwards. So I've made a template. I say this is probably a bit overkill because realistically you could just get away with sticking this down straight to the top and then just cutting it off square, but what I did is put some paper together and then just made a template of this ridged bit that goes all the way around. And then I've realised it's just, the film's just not long enough, so I've got this little bit on the end here, a little bit on the end here, but I have got leftover stuff at the bottom, so all I'll do is once that's cut out, I'll put those bits at the bottom and then I can add them on the end, just so it's neat, and I do like neat. So I'm going to cut that out and then I'll show you on the engine cover. So that's the template cut out now. All I'm going to do, move that bit. I'm going to start in this corner. Underneath, all you've got is the backing strip. I'm going to start in this corner. I'm going to go pull it back maybe to about here, lay this bit down, and as go along just pull that backing back using like I said, microfiber cloth and the roller to push it in. What I'll do is I'll do that first bit and I'll show you how I'm getting on and any sort of tips and tricks that I've picked up on the way. So I've done that first part. Using this roller does help proper get it right into the corners. I mean, you can, like I said, using the microfiber, getting there with your fingers, but the roller does help, and it gets it nice and flat and nice into the thing. So I'm going to carry on, do the rest of it, and I'll show you how it looks like at the end. And this is it complete. All I'll say is with it, just take your time. I mean, the roller, this dampening roller, it did help a lot. Good to pushing this in, getting all the air out from underneath. Best idea is take your time. I would suggest starting from one side, going along, just removing the adhesive slightly as you go along, like that. That way you can lie it down and get it right into the grooves. and gives you a little bit of extra play. So yeah, just do sort of like quarters, just go along, lay it down as you go along. But yeah, I'll get that back in the car. So this is it all back in the car now. Hopefully that should make a bit of a difference with the heat in the boot, a bit of road noise, engine noise, and vibrations, and ready for the bigger sub. As always, I hope that was useful. Any queries, questions, complaints in the comments section, put them in there. I'll get back to you as quick as I can, like always. I will leave a link in the description for the mat and the tools that I was using. I've got quite a bit coming up again, like I said, with the speakers and so on. I'm just going to be adding to the Vibe slicks that I've got in there already, which was I did in the previous video. I'm just going to update them a little bit. I've got some new sound deadening, some baffles and bits and bobs, so they're going to come out, bit of a tidy up. They're going to go back in, but I will be adding a 500 watt amp to power the door speakers. I will be adding the rear speakers that go up there, which are going to be Vibe Pulse 4s, which are going to be on the limit for the amp, but they'll be all right. And then a bigger sub in the back. Nothing mega, not a massive thing, but a little bit more powerful than the little Kenwood one that I've got in. But again, I will leave videos in there for them. So yeah, stay tuned. And again, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.